One day a doctor finds Cyborg in the garbage. Cyborgs are robots with human head and rest of body are machine. This Cyborg's brain was still alive. Doctor takes her home, and he attaches a mechanical suit to the rest of it, which makes the robot look like a real person. Doctor names her Alita. Alita did not remember anything about her old life. Then one day, while saving Doctor from gangsters, her memory comes back and she remembers that she was a fighter in a previous life whose goal was to kill Zhang, the owner of Zalem City, because he was wreaking havoc around the world. Zhang's robots attacked and tear him into pieces, but then he finds her 300-year-old robotic suit, which restores all his powers after killing all Zhang's minions on Iron City. Alita starts heading towards the Zalem City to find out Zhang for killing, whether she will be able to take revenge of their friend's murder or not. Let's go to the detailed explanation of the movie. At the beginning of the film, we are told that 300 years ago there was a huge war that would have destroyed the whole world. Only one space city was left, which is called Zalem City, where now only rich and powerful people lives. These people dump their waste on the ground through a pipe called Iron City. One day at that garbage, Dr. Dyson find a cyborg, which his brain still functioning, and they take him home. After working all night, Doctor finally fix it, which next day looks like a complete human, but this robot did not remember anything about itself. Dr. Dyson names her Alita and takes her out to explore Iron City. Alita is very surprised and delighted to see the strange things outside. Suddenly, a huge robot comes in front of her. Instead of avoiding it, Alita takes a defensive action in front of it. At same time, a boy jumps on her and saves her, and thus they become friends. This boy named Hugo. After this friendship, these two often meet each other. One day Alita is walking outside. A woman, Charon, who was Dr. Dyson's ex-wife, starts looking at Alita's body. It turns out that both of them had prepared this body for their daughter, who will die in an accident some time ago. One night, Alita sees Dr. Dyson dressed strangely and carrying a briefcase. She follows them as they are about to attack and kill a woman, but Alita stops them from doing so. Here we find out that Dr. Dyson is a warrior hunter who works for a company called Factory that pays to kill killers in the city. Both killer move towards Doctor to kill him, but Alita kills them both and breaks the hand of third killer, who is shocked to see the doctor. After that, Doctor and Alita go to the factory with the head of killer, where they get $20,000. When asked by Alita, the doctor explains why he became a warrior hunter. He explains that one day he cured a mechanical man, but he attacked the lab for better machine parts and killed my daughter. After that I became a warrior hunter to kill the killers, and the suit I put on you is my daughter's. Next scene, we are shown Doctor's wife and a man named Vector, who was the organizer of a volleyball race in city, while Charon helps him build a robot for the game. Robot whose arm was broken by Alita comes to tell Vector that it was done to him by a little girl whose body was superpowered. Vector upgrade her on one condition, that he kills and brings her body to me. Next scene, Hugo takes Alita outside the city to see a spaceship, inside which Alita finds her original warrior bodysuit, which she takes out and brings to the doctor, but the doctor refuses to attach it to her body. He refuses and says that putting it on will make her very dangerous, which no one will be able to face. Alita gets very angry on the doctor's refusal and immediately goes to the factory and registers herself as a warrior hunter. Then she goes to a club, where there are many warrior hunters. She tells Vector Robot is behind all murders happening in the city, and we should kill him together. Meanwhile, a hunter named Zapan comes to her and taunts her that she is so young, how can she become a warrior hunter, and makes fun of her, which angers Alita and she kicks him away. Meanwhile, Vector's robot arrives, which has been upgraded and enlarged. He attacks Alita with his long arms and they both fight and reach the underground place where they fight for a long time. Robot cut Alita into pieces. He is about to be taken away when Dr. Hugo and a warrior hunter who has a lot of hounds come to his rescue and attack him and drive him away. The doctor picks up Alita and brings her to the lab and attaches her original body to her, making her superpowered. Here we find out Hugo has always wanted to go to Zalem City. There are two ways to get there, lots of money or to win a game of speedball, which Alita agrees to play for him. Meanwhile, we see that Vector hires a team of warrior hunters and gives them a mission to kill Alita, for which he will pay them a lot of money. On other hand, Zapan tries to get revenge on Alita by killing a man, blaming him on Hugo and trying to kill him. In the game, the warrior hunters were trying to kill Alita, but Alita was not under the control of any of them, rather they were being beaten. Meanwhile, she gets a call from Hugo. He tells her that Zapan is trying to kill him. Alita leaves the game in the middle and goes to save Hugo, and just when Zapan is about to kill Hugo, she stops him. Meanwhile, on the screen, Hugo is the killer is displayed on the screen, and the city police also arrive. Zapan killed Huge with his sword. At same time, the doctor's wife Kieran comes there and saves him by separating his head from his body, with which the doctor later saves him by attaching a machine body. The doctor tells Alita that everything in the city is done by Vector, who lures everyone into the cruel city and makes them do wrong. There's only one way to get there, and that's to win the game. After that, she goes to the factory where she kills all the machines and reaches the Vector. She is about to kill him when Grishka comes there and attacks and injures her. Alita suddenly remembers everything from her past. Who is she? She was a warrior who took part in a war 300 years ago in which all her companions were killed, which is later broken and thrown away by the owner of Zalem City, and he is also the killer of all his companions, and his mission was to kill him. Meanwhile, his wound is also healed, and she attacks the gushcan and breaks it in two while also killing Vector. Meanwhile, he receives a call from the doctor who tells him that Hugo is trying to get to Zalem City through the pipe. Alita follows him and tells him that their future is with each other down under. Meanwhile, the owner of Zalem City drops a ghoul-colored weapon at them, which shatters Hugo into pieces, but Alita falls. She grabs his hand, but the mechanical arm breaks, with which he falls down from the sky and dies. In last, Alita wins the speedball game to go to Zalem City and points her sword towards the sky, saying that she is coming soon to Zalem City to take revenge of Hugo and his friends, and this is the last scene of the movie. If you like my video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.